Well. It's me, it's Simon, and I'm wearing a suit, which is a little uncharacteristic for this. I just got done with a school function, so to speak. I got to meet a bunch of people in the industry that I'm currently majoring in. Not sure if I'm going to go into that line of work, but I got to meet a lot of people who are already in that line of work, and make some connections, make some first impressions, adjust my collar and tie about 100,000 times. It was a good time. I had an excellent time. Yeah. That's not quite true. I actually hate making first impressions. Not because I don't like meeting people and I don't like first impressions. I just I get nervous whenever I am told I need to make a first impression. Like if I bump into somebody, I feel like I'm pretty good about on the fly communicating. But if somebody tells me you're going to this thing because you're supposed to meet these people and try to sell yourself and bring a copy of your resume and be ready to take a business card, like all those things. Like I'm really not. It's really not quite my jelly jam. Not to mention this jacket I'm wearing. I got uh, you know 11 hours ago at Goodwill. Before my classes and started. I had a lot. This is a long day, but it was a good day. I'm really thankful for the way this day played out. And I know you guys love the orange shirt with the special kanji on it. Don't worry. That's my favorite shirt. So that's a little fun fact. That's a piece of Simon trivia is that I love that shirt. So there you go. But I also love wearing suits. Like this makes me feel really good. I've always had this thing where when I dress up professionally, there's really some psychology to it. And if you haven't tried to dress up, like don't do it to please anybody else or anything because obviously, but there is something to be said about making yourself look presentable and then seeing yourself and what you look like when you look professional and tell me that that doesn't do something in here. To me, it's just like the idea of coming home after a long day and looking like this, giving a presentation or whatever. I won't get into the specifics of what my work might be. It's much more than I'm much more likely to not give a presentation than I am. But either way, I could dress like this every day. But imagine a line of work where you dress like this every day. Some kind of business. Change gears to manual labor. Like I'm talking like a pair of Wrangler jeans, a bright yellow shirt, maybe some overalls, like a hat, gloves, maybe not even gloves, maybe just dirty hands, and then picture walking home in that. To me, both of these are incredible. I think they radiate very different energies for me, but they're so pleasing to me when I think about it. It's like when I come home wearing this, I feel great. I feel like, wow, imagine a future in which I'm a businessman that does this and this and this and this. And then I come home, with mud all over from, spending an afternoon working with my dad or something. And it's like, imagine a future where I come home looking like this. And those are both so intrinsically rewarding that I don't know. I think it's something that's worth sharing. Today was all about stepping outside of my comfort zone. Like I said, I'm not really great at approaching somebody that I'm supposed to approach and make a good impression. It's not really something that I am fond of doing, but I had to do it a lot today, and it was really stressful. But I did it. I did it, and I did the rest of the things that I had to do before that. I considered when I woke up this morning not going to any of my classes and not going to these other meetings that I had going on, and then just saving my day so that I was absolutely prepared to do everything I had to do for this thing. But I didn't. I didn't do that. I was really surprised at myself that I was able to be in a place where I was very uncomfortable from start to finish, basically. And in a lot of ways outside of my element, but I still found it in myself to, be professional and be conversational and make those first impressions while also just being me. And that felt really good. And while I spent the past few weeks dreading this day that I had today, I got to the end of it and realized that it wasn't so bad. And I wonder if that speaks to anybody in the audience, all 11 of you guys. I wonder if any of you think to yourself about a day that you dread. Maybe it's an interview, or maybe it's a big long shift at work that or it's a double that you just picked up at work, or maybe it's a test for you students out there, or maybe it's a game against a team that you don't think that you can beat, or that the field or stadium that you play on is just so hostile that you just are dreading it. I don't know what it is for you, but whatever that thing is that you're dreading, I want you to think about the things that you've dreaded in the past, the things that you've lived through that before you did them, you looked at them and you're like, I can't, this is, oh gosh, if I could do anything else besides this. And really look at those moments and think to yourself, well, how bad was it? And sometimes it's as bad as you think it's going to be. And on the flip side, some things that were kind of looking forward to, totally were horrible. So, but right now we're just looking at the things that you dreaded in the past that didn't end up being all that bad. And you lived through them, and you probably learned a valuable lesson. And here you are today, more equipped to do the next thing that you dread, whatever it might be. And that's not to say that it's not okay to be worried or it's not okay to be anxious about things coming up. But I encourage you to not let it cripple you. Don't let it get in the way of the things that you love. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and do the hard things. Because if you go through your whole life avoiding the hard things, then I'm not very old, but I can only imagine that if I were dying right now, I would remember the things that I had avoided because they were too hard. And I don't want that to be the situation for my entire life. And I don't want it to be that way for you either. So step outside your comfort zone once in a while. Do something that's kind of hard, makes you a little bit uncomfortable. And even if you don't do that, see those things that are coming that you know are uncomfortable and that you know put you at a disadvantage for your personality. Don't let it stop you from enjoying the moments today leading up into that. And when that thing happens, attack it. And don't let it overwhelm you. You can do it. You're bigger than whatever that is, I'm sure. And know that every day is only 24 hours. The good ones, the bad ones, whatever, man. Bad day that you're dreading, even if it is as bad as you think it's going to be, there'll be another day after that one. And hopefully I'll be here. But I guess I've said all that I can say for right now. So until next time, I hope you guys like the ponytail. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what I should do with my hair. I don't know. I'd love to hear from you guys.